Another good friend of mine, solid conservative, made a great run for Congress in the past congressional race. I'd like to welcome my friend Richard Cash.
Good evening. I want to thank you for being here tonight, the citizens of Anderson County. Some of my friends have come who are not from Anderson County, but I appreciate them making the efforts to be here. And of course, some of my family is here, and that always adds a lot to the crowd if you've seen my family. Tonight I am here to make an announcement that I will be challenging Senator Lindsey Graham in the Republican primary in 2014. Thank you. I want to begin tonight by saying this. I believe in the things that have made this nation great. I believe in the heritage that's been handed down to us. And I believe we have a duty, even a moral obligation, to do all that we can to pass that heritage on to our children and grandchildren coming behind us. Do you agree? So what are those things that I'm talking about? What are the foundations? What are the origins of American greatness? Why do we talk about American exceptionalism? Well, I would submit to you tonight there are three things. The three C's: Christianity, capitalism, and our Constitution. Those are the ideas, the systems of thought that this country has been built on, that has made it the greatest nation on the face of the earth. Thank you. Let's take them one by one. Christianity, our faith along with family, has been the cornerstone of our cultural foundation. You would say that Christianity has permeated our culture as yeast leavens bread. Capitalism, our free market enterprise system, has created the greatest economy in the history of the world. And our Constitution has been the enduring basis of our political stability for over 200 years and the guarantee of our personal individual liberties. Now today, if you look in any direction, all those ideas are under attack. Consider our economic system, capitalism. Well, what is the polar opposite of that but socialism? Now, the classic definition of socialism is government controlling the means of production. But what we have in America is what we call redistribution of income. It's just another form of socialism where the government does not control the means of production, they control the rewards of production. And in a nutshell, the problem with socialism is this, folks. It kills the incentive to work. Those who do well have their incentive killed because if you take what they have produced and give it to other people, they have less incentive to go and make more. And those who are on the receiving end have their incentive killed because if someone is giving them the fruits of their labor, then why should they go and work? Socialism, the redistribution of income, will kill the free market system, and it must be opposed. Now let's consider the second thing, the Constitution. We've got a number of problems here. One is presidential imperialism. We have a president who ignores the rule of law when he disagrees with it. Because he couldn't have a DREAM Act passed, just by executive order he goes around it. We have a Department of Justice under this president who is not only not defending the Defense of Marriage Act, but they are actively working against it. That's presidential imperialism, and it must be resisted. And the third thing I would say to you tonight is that our faith and our family is under attack. For a generation, the Supreme Court, through judicial activism, legislating from the bench, has been driving Christianity out of the public square. 40 years ago, we had Roe v. Wade. That has brought us over 50 million dead babies. 40 years ago, now in 2013, what is the Supreme Court considering but redefining marriage? Marriage, which in common law and by natural laws existed as the union of one man and one woman for thousands of years. And now they want to consider redefining it. Now let me tie this up by saying this. We have a United States Senator, Lindsey Graham, who was the only Republican on the Judiciary Committee to vote for the nomination of Sonia Sotomayor. Lindsey Graham was the only Republican on the Judiciary Committee to vote for the nomination of Elena Kagan, two of the Supreme Court justices who are going to be deciding what the definition of marriage is within the next few months. The only Republican. What does that tell you about Lindsey Graham? He's out of touch with South Carolina. He's out of touch with the rest of the Republican Party. We need a new voice in Washington. We need a voice that will represent your values. We need a voice that will vote the way that you would vote if you were in Washington. Tonight I come and take the first step on a long journey, a journey in which I will need your help. I am an ordinary, common, small business owner. I do not have a pot of gold. But what I had in the last campaign was the most enthusiastic supporters, the most hard-working grassroots campaign that you can possibly imagine. And I invite you tonight to go to my website and learn more about me and consider if you can join with us and help send a new voice to Washington and replace Lindsey Graham. Let's replace Lindsey Graham. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.